Hello, and welcome to Module 5, Lesson 1. This module focuses on knowledge required for marketing and promotion of your social enterprise. The first lesson in this module is an introduction to marketing. At any stage, feel free to pause the video to take notes, rewind to hear information again, or stop the video to complete a learning activity. In this module, we will cover 3 topics, each of which has been designed to introduce marketing and start you on the path to being a social entrepreneur. During this lesson, we will cover the following 3 topics. What is marketing? What is segmentation? And how to segment your market. The first topic we will look at in Lesson 1 is marketing. More specifically, what is marketing? If you think that marketing is only about advertising, then this is quite a narrow view of the subject. In Module 2, we spoke about value proposition canvas and your company's business model. And in reality, a lot of the topics we covered then are actually part of marketing. Marketing is all about the customer. Anything that has to do with the customer is related to marketing. If you need a specific definition, some would say that marketing is engaging customers and managing profitable customer relationships. But in simpler terms, marketing consists of all the functions that connect your business to the customer. What are the topics that marketing covers? There are several groups of topics or issues that are the focus of this subject. The first group consists of customer needs, wants, and demands. Let's try to better understand the differences between these terms. When we say customer wants, this means that the customer feels deprived of something and they feel a lack. For example, a customer could say, "I'm hungry, I need food." A want is when a customer specifies how they seek to satisfy a need based on their personality, their cultural background, their surroundings, and so on. So a customer could need food but want to eat something specific, like a pizza or a burger. And then there is the concept of demand, which is a more collective term. When there are needs and wants among customers on the one hand and also money or buying power on the other. So we can say, for example, that there has been a rise in the demand for pizza in town recently. So this is the first group of concepts: customer needs, wants, and demand. The second group covers offerings. How do customers currently meet their needs and wants? How should you as a business enter the market and try to meet those needs? This is where the concept of a unique value proposition comes in, which we will talk about in greater detail later. And how is your social enterprise different from other companies? The third group of topics on which marketing focuses consists of customer value and customer satisfaction. To what extent does customer value what you are offering in the market? To what extent do they get what they wanted? To what extent does your offering satisfy their needs as well as the needs behind those wants? This was the third group. The fourth group consists of exchanges and relationships. As an enterprise, you are constantly in touch with your customers, and there is a constant process of exchange. You exchange information, you offer a product or service, and the customer gives you money in exchange. But how does all this take place? What is the environment in which it occurs? What are you asking your customers to give, whether it is money or some other form of engagement, and what are you offering in return? The last group of topics is the market. What is the context for the processes that are taking place here? Who constitutes your market? How do you describe your current customers on your potential customers? And this is the fifth area of focus for marketing. And all of this together is called marketing. Advertising is a very small part of this, and branding is another small part of this. There's a much bigger subject where we talk about customer needs and wants, existing marketing offerings, how customers meet those needs today, how they value what we are offering, how can we develop mutually beneficial relationships with them, that they are convenient for all parties, and what market conditions does all this take place in. All of this information is under the topic of marketing. The second topic for this lesson is segmentation. Looking at segmentation is an exercise in finding the answer to the following question. For whom is the offering that you are making in the market? If you think that your product or service is for everyone, there could be a problem here. Because when you offer something to everyone, it may actually end up being visible to nobody. There are different kinds of customers, and these customers vary greatly in terms of the following characteristics. They have different desires, and will you be able to satisfy them all? They have different behaviors and lifestyles, so will your offer fit into these very different patterns? They have different daily routines, so will you manage to be visible to all of them? And if, say, one goes to work in the morning, someone else goes in the evening, another customer may not work at all, how will you be visible to them all? Customers have different tastes, so how will your offer cater to all of those tastes? And they have different budgets. Will you be able to offer something that suits every budget and is also a good price for your company? So when we talk about segmentation, the aim is to discover the different layers in our market based on those needs, wants, daily routines, budgets, and more. What does our market look like if we divide them into groups that are more similar to each other? And our next aim is to look at these layers or segments and understand which of them are desirable for us, and for which of them are we desirable as a company, given the offer we are making in the market. Is it wanted? Is it in demand? And is it interesting? So market segmentation is the division of the market into groups of customers. It is an understanding of the variety in the market and the differences in marketing strategies that are needed accordingly. And after this, we talk about a target market. So for example, we choose the segment that we want to cater to in the market. In this lesson, we'll try to further understand the segmentation of the market. There are several principles that are used for market segmentation, and they should ideally be used in combination. The first is geographic segmentation. When we think about a market, is a specific country more suited to our offering? Are our customers mainly in one province or another? Is there a difference when it comes to our customers' needs, wants, and demands in general in the capital compared to smaller towns in other parts of the country? Does this differ in an urban or rural setting? These are all questions that go into the principle of geographic segmentation. Where are your customers located? How should your offering or your communication change when you consider a customer in the capital, in a small town, or in a village, and so on? The second principle is demographic segmentation. Are needs and wants different in different age groups? Is there a difference between men and women when it comes to our customers? Do we have customers with different income levels, and should we focus only on those with a higher income or in the middle class? All of this is part of demographic segmentation. For example, we could ask ourselves, which is more probable? Would our customer base consist largely of 40 to 60-year-old men who have an income that is 10 times the national average and live in the capital? Or is it more likely that our customer consists of 22 to 25-year-old young women who recently graduated from college, are just starting their careers, and have an income that is 2 times the national average? As you can see, we are trying to describe our customer segment in as much detail as possible, And it is very important that we also consider demographic segmentation for that purpose. The third principle is psychological segmentation, which covers the customer's personality, cultural characteristics, lifestyle choices, and so on. For example, we may have customers who choose to be vegetarians. Vegetarianism in this case could be a choice. It may not be dictated by any geographic characteristics. A person may simply have chosen to be vegetarian based on their beliefs or convictions. Or someone else might choose an active athletic lifestyle. This is also within the topic of psychological segmentation. And this is also relevant in terms of market segmentation. Perhaps our market offering could be tailored to people with an active lifestyle. The final principle of segmentation is behavioral segmentation. This covers specific behavioral patterns that people demonstrate during their lives, or perhaps linked to specific seasons of the year. For example, every year when we are invited to celebrate a birthday, we demonstrate the following behavior. Before we reach the birthday party, we have to make time to go somewhere and pick out a birthday present. This is an example of behavioral segmentation. Taking these 4 principles of segmentation together, we can decide the specific segments that exist in our market, and they may be relevant for our offering. Let's end this lesson with an exercise. The objective of this exercise is for you to develop the segments in the market where you currently exist or where you potentially plan to make your offering in the future. This means that you have to find the segment that is best fit for your offering, having in mind that you have already developed your value proposition in Model 2. So use the 4 principles that we have covered: geographic, demographic, psychological, and behavioral, and develop a clear description, as seen on the slide, of the market segment that you are targeting. Who is your customer based on their geographic characteristics, their demographics, their psychology, and their behavior? You see an example on the slide, so take some time to think about your customer and to try and come up with a description that is just as detailed as the one on the slide. Finally, to conclude this lesson, let's revise what we have discussed. Marketing is engaging customers and managing profitable customer relationships. Based on many factors, people's needs and wants are very different, and you cannot appeal to all customers. You should segment your market and find the target group based on geographic, demographic, psychological, and behavioral factors that is best suited for you, your market offering, and your organization. Looking forward to seeing you again in the next lesson.